Peace, family. This is Dr. Sadiki Baye once again coming to you as usual every Saturday on time to share with you what the Creator has blessed me with in honor of the ancestors. I would like to remind you to visit my YouTube channel and you will see various topics on what is essential for our transformation. And all of us have something to offer. So I'd like for you uh, to check out what I have to offer, which is divine information that will transform you from one level to another level, or at least give you the motivation to do that. So, and always push like and subscribe. And subscribe will let you know, it'll notify you that every Saturday my video is ready to be reviewed. And I just love to give. Giving is a principle. We can't afford not to give. You know, most people or regular people feel that giving is losing. I ain't gonna give him my stuff. He might have more than me. But giving is a principle. So when you give, the universe will give back to you 100-fold. So we must give. And everybody have a talent. Everybody have something to offer. So by the time we share everything that we know with each other, look how big everybody become. So why are we hating? So family, I'm going to do all I can to give you a reason to upgrade your conscious awareness, to transform, to learn, to grow, to change, to adjust, to metamorph. So today is another deep topic that I like to share with you. And as I share with you, I'm learning at the same time because we bring out the best in each other. Because energy recognizes energy. So with that in mind, today, yes, last week was on remember. And we must remember and never forget. Today is on be thankful. Be thankful. Okay, let's look at that word thankful. It has a suffix on thank, and it's full. So that means full of thanks. And some words have prefixes, things that are in the beginning of the word, like recall, return, remember. And means back or return. Recall, call again. Return, turn again, go back. You know, and again, thankful, full of thanks. Careful, full of care. So I'm here to share with you because they play the word game on us. And I'm here to share etymology with you, the beginning of words and what these words and terms mean that fits the Eagles. Because they flipped everything, diluted everything, and made us chickens and less than chickens. When in fact, eagles eat chickens. Matter of fact, chickens have wings and don't even fly. Isn't that something? They pecking and clucking the ground while the eagles fly high. Yes, hey, sometimes the truth, hurts, and sometimes the truth you can laugh at, but we must get it. So here's my take on be thankful. So what is thankful? What does thankful mean? Thankful means to express gratitude and relief. My mind is just speeding as it usually do. I get excited about sharing things. So thankful means to express, appreciate, gratitude, and relief. So what is gratitude? Gratitude is to be grateful. is to be appreciative or being appreciative. Relief means confidence or assurance. So, express appreciation, express confidence. That's what thankful means. In other words, thankful means to be conscious, of the blessings or the benefits that are given. To be conscious means awareness of the benefits and the blessings that have been given. In other words, be well pleased. And there are synonyms and antonyms of all words. And I love to give that so that we can see a bigger picture of what those words and terms mean. So some synonyms are the same, means the same. So I'm going to give you some synonyms of being thankful. And they are, in my mind, being grateful, being appreciative, being satisfied, being gratified, being giving thanks, and sharing. So these are some synonyms that come to mind, which of the many that is related to thankful. Now, let me share a few antonyms which are opposite of thankful, and they are ungrateful, unappreciative, inappreciative. Let me see what else that I can think of. Complaining, as a lot of us do all the time. We do too much complaining, and we got to stop complaining and start dwelling on the benefits and the blessings that have been given to us. Complaining, being unthankful. So we must be intentional about that, because too many of us dwell on what we don't have instead of being thankful for what we do have. Would you continue to give people who are complainers and being ungrateful and unthankful after you have given them? Would you keep on giving to those kind of people? No. So do you think God going to continue to give to those who are ungrateful, unappreciative, inappreciative, unthankful, complaining, bitching, and all of this kind of stuff? We got to be more grateful. And what comes to mind is what we used to say when I was coming up. The song, count your blessings, name them one by one. Then you can see what God has done. And we have to be intentional about that. We should use that as an affirmation, because they flip their minds into being ungrateful and complainers. And so, let's give thanks. Now, there are many things to be thankful for. Many things. But what comes to mind, as usual, when I go there are many things to be thankful for. And the first thing is family, friend. How about good health? How about healthy food? How about courage, strength, opportunity, good moments? And how about this great one here? Thank yourself. Thank yourself for what? Thank yourself for keeping it moving in spite of all the storms. And a lot of storms have faces. Being consistent. Thank yourself for being consistent. Thank yourself for staying on the path, no matter what's going on around you. And another thing that is hard to do other than thank yourself is to forgive yourself. We forgive everybody but ourselves. Everybody make mistakes. That's part of life. How many mistakes did you make to get from the first grade to the second grade? So life or learning is it's all about making mistakes. But guess what? It's all about what did you learn from them? Because learning is the key to it all. So family, be intentional to be thankful. Be intentional to be thankful, or be full of, or full of thanks, or what do they say? Give thanks. We must give thanks. We must be full of thanks, being grateful. We must be intentional, family, because we are in this world. This world is cruel. This world is extremely negative. And a lot of people say, well, when you die, you go to hell. Well, we're already in hell. This world is hell. But can you create heaven while you in hell? And it's all mental. It's all mental. Everything is mental. Everything you see came from a thought. Look how powerful a thought is. Look how powerful we are. But we don't know that. Because we beat ourselves up too much on making mistakes. Isn't making mistakes all part of learning? The key is, what are you learning? And learning can be painful, as you know. But once you get to the other side of that pain, you can't beat the blessings. And you've heard me say this many times. I think repetition is the key to learning, because we are 400 or 500 years behind. And that's why a lot of times I keep reminding you of these same things so we won't forget again. Because they made us a people of soon forgetting. So we must remember, we must be grateful, we must be thankful, we must give thanks. We must be more appreciative. So family, the greatest things to be thankful for, that I can think of 3 things more than anything that is the greatest things to be thankful for. And the first thing is to know who God is. The second thing is to know who you are. The third thing is to know whose you are. And what I mean by that is, who do you belong to? Do you belong to the devil or do you belong to God? Your choice. Choose you this day, says the Lord. Either this or that. As it says, either say yay, yay, or nay, nay. You can't play both sides. You got to be one or the other. You can't go north and south at the same time. So stop faking the funk, family, and go ahead on and choose to go north. Going up is the only way to go. Remember, Jacob's ladder goes higher and higher. Let's get on that ladder and keep on climbing. To bless yourself, to show a gratefulness, to show an appreciation. So family, let us be intentional again about being thankful. We have to be intentional. We have to be conscious awareness. We have to. And we got in this mess together and we got to come out together. But let's make sure that you are thankful to be able to make mistakes and learn from them. You thought I was going to leave it like that, huh? Be thankful for being able to make mistakes and learn from them. Because making mistakes is all part of learning, as I said before. Making mistakes is all part of learning. So don't allow your mistakes to be a burden. Allow them to be a motivation to learn. Elevate, transform, growing, changing, adjusting, moving, metamorphosing. We must be about that, family, and we must be about that together. We got in this mess together, and we got to come out together. Love ye one another. It does not say love everybody. Who loves everybody? Why is it even necessary to love everybody? Let's love ye one another. Those who believe as we believe. Those who got in this mess and was used and abused together, let's come out together. So let's show love with respect for one another, because respect is the foundation. Love by itself cannot stand. And that's why Tina Turner said, what love got to do with it when you don't respect me? I'd rather have respect than the love, because when you have a solid foundation of respect, you can build anything on it. The stronger the foundation, the more you can build. That's order. The foundation is the most important part. We keep building on quicksand. That's why it doesn't last. And quicksand is nothing but emotions. We got to know, family. The wise man goes by what he knows, not what he feels. Because feelings can be deceiving. So, to be thankful for your blessings is part of God giving you favor. Let me say that again. To be thankful for your blessings is when God is favoring you. Now, what is an example of that? What is an example of those blessings? What is an example of those favors? First thing that comes to mind, as usual, is life. You exist. Opportunity. Because God always gives us opportunity through our struggles. But it's not about the struggle. It's always about you. How would you ever know yourself if it wasn't for an opportunity or if it wasn't for a struggle? How would you know that? In life, the struggle goes on, but it's not about the struggle. It's about you paying attention to who you are and what adjustments you need to make to keep your balance. How about choices? God gives us choices. Wow. Thank God for choices. So it's up to me. If I don't like the results, I can change it through my choices. Cause and effect. Be careful what you choose, because there's consequences to all choices. And guess what? All choices have a future. Choices are like seeds. And the way we are today, where we are today as an individual, was based on the choices that we made yesterday, either conscious or unconscious. But about 80% of our choices is unconscious. We got to be more conscious. We got to take charge. We got to get a grip so we can control it. There's no way you can control anything if you don't first get a grip. Now you can maneuver it. That's why they say, man, get a grip. Remember that? It's all good, family. It's good that we can laugh, because no one can laugh after all that happened to us but us. Everybody else commits suicide. They go crazy. We are all that. We are the children of God. We have the consciousness of God. We are the only ones on earth that can bear witness that there is a God because of our intelligence. A dog is a dog, a horse is a horse, a bird is a bird. Man can be what he chooses. He can transform himself into the energy of anything. Not that thing physically, but that thing spiritually, mentally, energy. We can transform our energy into being whatever we choose. So be careful with your choices. You can't fool energy, family. But you can make the changes of that energy because God gave us the ability to do that. It ain't nothing until you call it. Be careful what you call it. Okay, now, some of the things also to be thankful for your blessings and God giving you favor. How about mercy? How about grace? How about benefit of the doubt? That's what that is. Life gives you an opportunity. God gives you an opportunity to check yourself and make the adjustment before it's too late. That's what mercy, grace, and the benefit of the doubt is. And we owe that to each other, the benefit of the doubt, because all of us been had. But we'll rip each other to pieces, at the drop of a snap of a finger. That's what you call some serious self-hate. After 500 years, you shouldn't be surprised, but be aware. Be aware. So, how about faithfulness? God gives us favor, and faithfulness is a favor. How about loving, caring, just? And how about this? Forgiving. Don't take that for granted. We must be forgiving ourselves. We must be like our Father. If the presence and the power of God is within, we must tap into that. Recognize the presence and the power at all times, not sometimes. Anytime you have a coming and going God, you in trouble. We must intentionally and consciously and deliberately recognizing the presence and the power of God. Because our essence is that. This 2%, which is the physical, it goes back to the earth. Our 98% goes back to the source and transforms. You can't destroy spirit. You can't destroy energy. It only transforms. That's why we can transform ourselves, which starts in the mind, because the mind is like a magnet. Whatever you send out and magnetize your mind to, that's what it'll bring back. That's what they call the boomerang. You send that thought out there and it'll come back 100-fold, loaded. It won't come back the same. It'll come back with the things that you magnetize your mind to bring to you. So be careful. And stop blaming people. But understand how the mind operates. We are mental and spiritual. God can't use cowards. God can't use confused people. God can't use sickly people. God can't use weak people, delusional people under this hypnosis. So we have to be balanced. It's all about balance. That's what life is all about. Do all you can to balance yourself. And then join other balanced people and you balance each other. Balance is the key to it all. But we got too many people all over the place. Remember we used to say, I fell in love. Well, you should stop falling. You should stand in love. That's the problem. We keep on falling. That means you don't have your balance. So be thankful for the blessings, which are God's favors. Always be mindful of that. Keep a grateful attitude, a thankful attitude. So when you pray, a lot of people don't know what prayer is or how it goes. When you pray, you can ask God, but thank Him. In other words, believe that you already have it. Act as if. That's a science, to act as if that you have the blessing. So after you ask, after you thank Him, now you got to be patient while you still moving. A lot of people don't have patience. They're too passive. They're too weak. They need to step it up, upgrade their conscious awareness. And I pray that what I'm giving you, family, is motivation, inspiration, encouragement to go head on and go to the next level. That's why I share what I share and do what I do. And I'm not afraid to say what I say. And I know a lot of what I say, it hurts. A lot of people say, man, you full of crap and all this and all of that. I understand that. But understanding doesn't mean that I agree. But I understand it because of what has happened to us. We're not light switches. When you have a certain belief for so long and somebody tell you something different, that's not comfortable. But don't be so quick to reject it. Take it home with you and use it as homework like they do in school. You don't learn everything in the classroom. They introduce the subject to you and they say take it home, and that's when you study. So why is it that when it's time to do that for us or for the Creator or the ancestors, we get dumbfounded? But we understand that process when we're in these dumbass schools. They teach us how to be a fool. They teach us how to be chickens with all them wings and can't even fly. So consider what I'm saying, because I'm not here to change the laws. I'm here to fulfill them. And sometimes the messenger is hated in his own town, and that's why sometimes they got to go somewhere else to get some respect. Don't go in the fire because you can, and all fire burns. So sometimes you got to step off and go somewhere else. Be flexible. Go ahead on, fulfill your purpose and create a divine relationship or a good legacy. Create a good legacy based on truth. So family, when you pray, you ask, you thank, and then you be patient. And in your mind, already see yourself with it. And it is yours. It's a science. We are science. But other people don't believe in science, other than this weird stuff, creating all kind of crazy stuff. Also, family, all circumstances are the will of God. Let me say that again. All circumstances are the will of God. In other words, be thankful that you can determine the final results. How can I do that? Through your choices. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Be thankful, because all circumstances are the will of God. But you can determine the final results through your choices. Wow. Thank you, Father, for choices. So don't take that for granted. Don't take that for granted. Go for what you know and bless yourself. And stop pointing the finger. It's up to you. When it comes to me, everything is up to me because everything is personal. You bless through your efforts. No efforts, no blessings. A little effort, a little blessings. Medium effort, medium blessings. A lot of effort, a lot of blessings. It's up to you, family. Go for it. Bless yourself. And stop standing around waiting or going to these buildings we call religious institutions, to tell you everything. They're not going to tell you everything because it's all about control. They don't want you to know too much. Many of them have sold their soul for the nonprofit status so they can do what they want with the money. They don't pay no taxes, but they sell our souls down the drain to control us. That's why our children aren't interested in going to those buildings anymore because they're not feeling it. And I understand that. We have to make things more appealing to them. It's all about the energy. We got to move them old thinkers out of the way and bring in the upright thinkers, the ones who are not scared. That new stuff ain't working no more. So give me that old time religion because it's good enough for me. Amen. So with that in mind, family, and amen, it wasn't an African God. We can't even end a prayer without calling on him. Do your homework, you'll see what I'm saying. So all circumstances are the will of God. But we can determine the outcome through our choices. Wow, that's power. That is some serious, serious power. Remember that God is, or remember what God is. God, or who God is. God is love and joy. God is peace and patience. God is kindness and goodness. God is faithfulness. God is gentleness. And God is life. That's beautiful. I get that certain kind of boost when I tap into that energy. Love and joy, peace and patience, kindness and goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and life. Wow. Man, it's good to know that. I'm telling you. That kind of energy there is very motivating and stimulating. So family, thankful people are content people with what God has done for them. Thankful people are content people of what God has done for them while they are still motivated to get more blessings. So keep on growing and keep on learning. You can't go wrong. Bless yourself through your efforts. Stop waiting and take charge. Go for it. We have nothing to lose. How can you lose nothing? We have everything to gain. So we must stop falling all over the place, with good intentions. Man, that can be the road to lead you straight to hell. Because a wise man goes by what he knows. We got to start knowing something. Let's know who God is. Know who we are. Know whose we are. Those are the three most important things to know. Everything else is secondary. And I'm not just saying that. Opportunity to fulfill our purpose is a great thing of what God has blessed us with. Opportunity to fulfill our purpose and create a righteous legacy that will last for generations to come. That should be our goal. Really. Thankfulness is a powerful thing to entertain. Thankfulness will increase what? It'll increase your faith in God. Thankfulness will increase your faith in God. So, family, in conclusion, how can you have or how can you live a thankful life? Number one, dedication. Be all in, be passionate. Number two, love yourself or know who you are and whose you are. Number three, give back. Always be a giver so that you can cause the universe to give back to you 100-fold. And number three, be humble. And what I mean by being humble is to be modest of the importance of yourself. Most people can't get beyond themselves. These so-called leaders of these organizations, so forth, it's all about them. When in fact they should bring us all together as one. That's family. That's unity. That's common unity, community. And until we get that back, ain't nothing gonna work. Humility is having to be modest or to have modest importance of yourself. Wow. Be humble and be grateful. Be thankful. I pray, family, that you got something out of what I said today. Take it and go to another level with it. Because I just want to give you the foundation. I just want to motivate, inspire, and encourage you so that you can go ahead on and do it yourself. Man up, woman up, mind up, own up. Family, I love you, I bless you, and I want you to prosper. Do your best and let God do the rest. Stay strong and keep your faith where it belongs. Keep your head towards the universe where all strength comes from, and never give up and never, ever, ever, ever give in. No matter how things seem, which is emotions, because everything is, always was, and always will be in divine order, because God don't make no mistakes, but we do. But when you learn from your mistakes, it's all good. So keep on growing and keep on learning. You can't go wrong. And learning can be painful, but you can't beat the blessings. Keep your lights on and keep them bright at all times. Right thinking, right giving, and right eating. Do not make your stomach a graveyard. Bury that death in the ground, not in the pits of your stomach. Promote life and make the food from the tree be your meat, and let the herbs from the field be the healing of the nation. This is Dr. Sadiki Baye, your servant. Hotep, Baraka, and peace. Happy new journey, family.